Alright, so nagbabalik tayo for another vlog. And kakaiba yung vlog na to kasi hindi umaga, hapon na, tsaka lakas ng ulan. So ganito yung itsura ngayon. Actually pupunta kami and I'm going to meet a few friends. And kasi haul tong vlog na to, haul ng mga gamit sa instrumento. So yun, deliver muna kami sa kanila ng chorus. Ayan, so kung taga Cavite area kayo and gusto nyo in-order, we deliver. Okay? Ayan, so abangan nyo. Ayan. Okay, so nandito na tayo sa ating pagde-deliveran. Medyo matraffic pero nakarating din. So makikita nyo yung follow nyo daw, i-subscribe daw kayo sa YouTube channel niya kasi bago pa lang siya. Ayan. Oh, ayun na. So, andito na kami. Na-deliver na namin kina Sir Joy at kay Island din.
Hello! Vlog yan?
Oo, vlog natin.
Okay, speaking of vlog.
Tapos, ito na yung pinabili ko. So, ayun, subscribe kayo sa channel niya.
Hi guys!
Ayan.
Subscribe to my channel. Ay, ang taba rin. Lagi tayo konti. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Ayun. Ano ba makikita nyo doon? Mga reviews, travel, and soon, mga self-development. Kami. Char!
Wow. Ikaw din! Ayan.
The Blessed Couple!
Ayun. Paki-check na lang yung link sa description box sa baba. Wow. Ngayon, tignan natin kung ano yung laman nito. Alright, ayun. So, ngayon pa lang tayo makakapag-vlog about this. Ayan. Itong pinabili ko sa Singapore from my colleagues and friends. Ayan. So, pag-usapan natin ano ba to, mga accessories, strings, and all. Ayan. Ngayon lang natin nagawa kasi medyo naging busy nung nakaraang mga araw. So, ngayon, let's go and talk about this. Ano ba laman nito? Okay, so just for a little background, bakit pa ako magpapabili pa ng mga gamit sa ibang bansa? Or bakit kailangan pa ako magpabili? Meron namang readily available dito sa ating bansa, no? But there's a lot of reasons, no, that I could give you. But it started in, I think, 2012 when my brother started working nun sa Singapore. Nag-work siya dun for a few months, I think. Tapos yun, realize ko na parang ang laki ng diferensya when it comes to accessories, strings, and all from other countries. Especially sa atin kasi during that time, hindi masyado accessible yung mga strings na high-end, no? Yung mga mahal na strings. And yung mga, let's say, nasa mid-range, mahal sila sa mga malalaking stores, like yung mga famous music stores na makikita natin sa malls. So, usually, let's say, yung dominants, usually, ang SRP niya is around 2,500 to 3,000. Mabibili mo siya sa stores during that time at around less than 5,000 pesos. Tapos sasabihin, naka-sale pa. So, kung kayo talaga yung tipo ng tao na gumagamit, like, if you are really pushing for this craft, di ba? Manghihinayang ka dun sa presyo eh. But yeah, as we've all said, maintaining an instrument such as a violin is quite expensive. Pero, 'di ba? Kung makakakuha ka ng mas mura, bakit hindi? So, that's where it started. Nagsimula akong magpasabay, or if ever makapunta ako doon, bumili na ako ng maramihan, let's say 3 to 4 sets of strings kasi ang laki ng tipid versus buying from stores right here. Nowadays, meron na talagang mga stores na small lang, no, owned by small business owners that cater to our needs, no. Pero ang problem din usually is dahil nga small lang pa yung mga operations nila, they can only import so much strings, no. Minsan maabot sa point na nauubusan ng stock, paunahan kayo, pre-orders, those types of things. So, hindi ka magkakaroon agad on hand ready. Especially kung mabilis ka maputulan, mabilis ka masiraan ng strings, nabasagan ka ng Rosin, those types of things, you don't really control. So what I do is, I'll buy like 3 or 4 sets, no? Na meron ako readily available sa bahay, just in case kailangan ko magpalit. But I also support them. I try my best to buy off of them, no? Yung review nating Dominant Pros the last time, I bought from, I think, the string department. I bought the violinos from Shanyun, especially nung nag-pandemic nga na walang umuuwi from Singapore ng mga colleagues and friends. So yeah, I try my best to also support them. But yun, pag meron talaga, I try to seize the opportunity. No, papabili ako ng kung ilan man. So ito yung pinabili ko kay Rhea. So again, follow her YouTube channel, subscribe to her channel as well. She's posting a lot of vlogs, travel vlogs, and all those things. Yun. So tignan nyo na lang. Actually, this package is fairly small. Konti lang yung napabili ko because it's quite expensive yung pinabili kong mga items. Okay? And also, may mga times kasi na yung items that I like personally, I prefer personally, are not really that yung mga standard na ginagamit ng iba. Like for example, sa Rosin, I don't use yung Andrea, yung mga ganun. I use a different brand na minsan hindi kinikerry dito because the demand for that brand is not as high for other brands. No? So, yun nga, dahil maliit lang naman yung mga operations, not as big as those huge mainstream brands. So, hindi rin sila nagpapasok ng mga items na hindi rin nila mabibenta agad. So, yun yung isa pang rason kung bakit ako, as much as possible, I always try to seize that opportunity if someone's coming home or someone's visiting another country na alam ko yung prices, no, would be cheaper. Plus, of course, sa Singapore kasi, they also lessen the tax. So, almost tax-free na yung binibili mo, especially if you're a tourist. So, kung meron sa inyo mga travel, want to buy a certain set of strings, you check out music stores around different countries, no? Pero sabi nga nila, pinakamura daw yata sa Hong Kong. I'm not really sure. But as far as I remember, my dad, when I was younger, also bought strings for me nung bata ako pag punta siya sa Hong Kong. Yun. So, meron ding mga ganun. But kasi nga sa Singapore, marami akong kakilala. Nandun yung mga karamihan ng friends ko. So, it's easier for me to access that country to get items. But again, if you feel na parehas na lang yung presyo, minsan kasi ganun no? May mga let's say brands that have the same price, so better to buy it locally. Yan. So tignan na natin kung ano nga bang laman ng bag na ito. So here we have, I only bought 3 items because I still have some that I can use kasi nga hindi naman ganoon ka hectic yung schedule when it comes to performances and gigs. So tipid-tipid muna rin tayo sa mga items. So, I bought 2 sets of Dominant Pros that costs around 4,000 pesos each. No? So, yun. I think sa mga maliliit na stores here in the country, halos ganun na rin yung price. But, again, yung GST na 8% na binabawas dito, no, if you're a tourist, is malaking bagay din yun. No? So, you know, around 200 to 300 pesos din yung mababawa. So, malaking bagay na rin. So, I bought 2 sets because the violin that I have, I'm still using Dominant Pros that I reviewed almost a year ago with almost none na deterioration. Siguro yung kulay lang. Ayan, mapapansin nyo, yung E string is a little bit hindi naman siya rusty, but iba yung iba na yung kulay na. But everything else, tuning stability, still good. Malakas pa rin yung projection niya, not as loud as before, no. Let's say a month or 2 after I put it in, but it can still work, no. Pwede pa rin siyang ipangtugtugan, no, pangharabas or whatever. Pwede pa rin siyang magamit, no. Tuning stability is still okay, madali pa rin siya itono. And yun yung sinasabi natin, no? Na sometimes you have to pay for more expensive stuff that will actually save you a lot more money in the long run. So, I would say, kung dominant na regular yung binili ko, would cost me around 2,500 to 3,000. But in a span of 1 year, I would change twice. So, how much would that cost? So, 5 to 6K. But again, 1 year na, no? Pero, good pa rin siya. Less yung maintenance niya versus the dominants na regular because hindi siya nagbabalat. So, yun. If you really wanna try it out, no, I will link some shops right here na merong available stocks for Dominant Pros down in the description box. Ayan. And then, the next item that I bought is Rosin. Okay. So, sabi ko nga, yung ginagamit kong Rosin, sometimes it's not readily available for most of the shops here because hindi nga ganun kataas yung demanda. Because people want those, the best lagi, diba? But I don't think it's worse, but it just fits my preference. So, this one, no? L'Opera Jade. I still have a cake dito, no? I think I bought this noong 2017, 2018. Ayan. So, what I like about this Rosin specifically is hindi siya makate. Okay? Hindi siya nakaka-allergy masyado unlike other Rosins na very powdery, no? Plus, it gets sticky pag medyo nababasa. I have like sweaty hands. So, I also put that into consideration when I'm buying Rosin. Plus, it's really good. Maganda talaga yung kapit niya. For me, no? For my style of playing, for the way I draw the bow, it really helps with my playing. It improves my playing. So, Rosin, sabi nila, you should replace your Rosin every now and then. But I think pwede mo namang i-rejuvenate or revitalize your Rosin by using a very, very fine sandpaper pag medyo natutuyo na siya, just to take off the dried out parts kasi hindi naman matutuyo yung buong Rosin. Yan. So, this Rosin, I think, costs around 600 to 700 pesos pag kinonvert mo na. Minsan, meron dito sa mga shops, the same Rosin, around 700 to 800, 650 to 800, mga ganun. Almost the same din nga yung price, diba? But again, yung meron ka na available, because sometimes they do pre-orders, lalo na ang hirap ng supply chain right now, diba? With all the things that are happening. So, sometimes it's not just the price itself that's the main selling point for me, but also how fast I can get it. No? So, yun. Ito, actually, I don't really need it as soon as possible. Pero dahil nga umuwi si Rhea, I asked her to buy me some. So, alam ko na makukuha ko siya on a definite date. No? Nung umuwi siya, yun, nakuha ko. And I won't have to wait na pag naisipan kong kailangan ko, okay, bibili ako, mag-message ako sa mga stores and they'll tell me na mag-pre-order or something like that. Kasi yung iba monthly basis yung dating, yung iba naman kung hanggang hindi naubos yung stocks, hindi sila order. So, those things play into the factor of which strings or which store I would buy from. But yeah, as much as possible, if it's accessible, I'll buy it here. But if the time comes nga, ayun, may mga bumabalik, mga mag-vacation from their work, I'll ask a few favors, no? So, yun. So, again, this is what I got. I think around 9,000 yung binayaran ko sa kanya. So, a Rosin, a full cake of L'Opera Jade, and 2 Dominant Pros. So, siguro, tignan natin, may libre daw na D-string. So, yun pa. No, not all Dominant Pros come with that. So, yun din. Tignan natin, siguro pag nagpalit ako, try natin i-cover or i-live stream just to see what's inside this na different from yung walang libre. No? Yan. So, just to give you an idea on how I procure items, no? I know a lot of professional musicians do this as well, no? Kasi nga, medyo nananaga yung mga presyo when it comes to those types of things na hindi masyadong mabenta. Because to be honest, these things are niche products, diba? Hindi naman to bibili ng normal na tao lang, no? Like, not a lot of people would buy 4,000 or 5,000 pesos strings just because. So, there's a niche for it. And people have their own connections where they buy. No, merong plug, kumbaga, no? So, we totally understand kung bakit hindi kayang i-carry ng malalaking brands. But sometimes we feel bad that the hindrance is tinataasan nila yung presyo and we don't know why the markups are so high. So, yun din yung isang reason. As much as possible, we just support people who try their best to import these things. Kasi, wala eh, ganun talaga, no? I mean, it's better now than, let's say, 10 years ago, but it's still sometimes a struggle, especially if you need something that's really, really important. Alright, so sana nag-enjoy kayo sa vlog na to, nakatulong kahit paano to make your decisions when buying stuff where you can find these things. Of course, I'll link it down in the description box below. You can check it out. Follow my friends on their YouTube channels, no, kay Rhea and kay Ronilyn. I'll link it down in the description box as well. So, ayun, sana nag-enjoy kayo in this vlog. Comment down below more content you'd like to see. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And follow me on all my socials. This has been Ryan Monakil, and I'll see you on the next one.